Jill with Angel Creations. Welcome back to my craft room. Excuse my frog in my throat here. How is everybody doing? I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I had a blessed weekend. Managed to get to church even though I am still down a vehicle. And so, yeah, can't complain at all. Woo, I have a mess going on here, though. Trying to keep things separated a little, just to make this go a little smoother. But you never know. I'm not a professional. I'm just like you, sitting in front of a camera, doing my craft live. And guess what? I just realized I forgot my apron. So hold on one moment. Look at, you can see all the projects I have going on in the background here. I need my apron. Okay, dokie. So, you know, it might sound like a silly thing, but I realized when I didn't have my apron on that, see, I have a little ritual. Got my hair all tangled in it now. I have a little ritual where I kind of like bring Jesus with me, right? Because when I started my YouTube channel, I used to have like the palm sweats and my rapid heartbeat. And so it's kind of like Mr. Rogers. Remember Mr. Rogers would come in and he'd change his shoes and put his sweater on? Well, it's my trigger to, okay, this is oh, now we have hair here. Let's go. We ready, Jesus? And I take Jesus along with me. And I still do that. And I forgot because I probably have a thousand excuses, right? We all get busy, our thoughts, our minds. I have company. My brother and sister-in-law are visiting from Massachusetts, and yeah, so there's a lot going on, a lot of fun stuff going on, a lot of joy, happiness, and smiles and laughter, and just, you know. So we're gonna take one of these, I don't know, wood hang decorations, they call it. And they didn't give us a toggle, so we're just gonna cut the, jute string right out of it. And we'll save that and put that back in it. But right now, we're gonna take a purple glue stick, if I can get the cover open. And I mean, we're gonna go pretty heavy on the glue stick. Oh my goodness, thank goodness I have another one. Let's hope it's a good one and not, hey, if it isn't, we'll go to Mod Podge. I like to use this purple glue stick more with paper than I do, paper gets wet with Mod Podge, and then you get a lot more wrinkles. And yes, there's lots of ways that you can get around it. I'm just going to go back over some spots that I didn't. I'm going to get those edges really, really good. Really, there we go. That one just fell out. So let me just go one more time up on these corners here. And voila. Now I brought my little Cricut tool over here. It's really a Pampered Chef tool. Hold on, I'll show ya. All right, now you can use a scraper. I use scrapers all the time. And you could use a Cricut scraper. You could use a credit card. You can use the palm of your hand. But today I'm going to use my Pampered Chef pastry roller because it's one of the tools in my tools, and I just love to use this. I use it on my when I'm laying Cricut paper or Cricut vinyl down on the sticky mat. I roll it so there's no wrinkles in it. So that's what I do with that. So now we have a beautiful, by the way, this paper comes from a book that I got. I know there's a glare. It's gorgeous. I don't know if you can tell. There's gold and pink. And it comes from a book of just beautiful scrap papers that I purchased at Hobby Lobby, but anything will do here. Anything. You can paint this. You can put some of the Dollar Tree beautiful wallpapers behind it, and we are going to use one of them today. Hey, Gracie May. Okay, so this is from the Main Street Wall collection. I'm sure you saw when I hauled this, and I'm gonna put it down on the bottom half, and I'm just flipping it because I wanted to make sure that it was all the same. It's actually a wallpaper border, and they give you two sides. So you'd have to buy a few. It depends on, you know, if you're just doing an accent wall, it would be amazing. Okay, so let's see here. I want this to be the top because that's where the holes are. And this will be the bottom. And we do have a little edge here that I will come back and get with my sharp knife or scissors or even sanding paper. But right now, I am going to just go for it. I'm going to peel off my first piece, and I love the pink in this. I thought this would really be gorgeous. So, I want to line this up pretty close here. I want most of the pink flowers on here. So, I'm going to start over here, say there, and then... So I'm just lining it up to where I want the flowers on here. This one's mostly green, so I'm gonna save that. I will save that, but I'm gonna cut it off right now. As a matter of fact, let me move this and do the right cut right at the same time. I like my Cricut sharp X-Acto knife, I guess they call it. And I don't know if I made it all the way down. There we go. Whoop. Woo, my goodness, Jill. All right, so there is that. If I didn't go all the way through, I will sand the rest off. I probably have a very dull knife here. Okay. So there we go. Oh, I'm going to save this piece because you just never know. That's a beautiful background. It goes this way. So I'm going to put that right back on my sticky. Listen, sometimes crafters are hoarders. So, you know, you do you, but I'm going to save that piece. The kitty under my feet. Okay, so now we have this beautiful, beautiful, I don't know, it's like a wall. It's like a wallpaper, right? I'm going to go ahead and cut this off really quick while my sharp knife is off. We might have to do it a couple times. It shouldn't be going towards me. I know. You know, I just never could get the feel of cutting away from me. I'll try here. It just feels so left-handed or something to me. Some things you can just not do. Okay, so now we have our top and our bottom, and this is the thing. We're gonna put words that I made with the Cricut. Let's cover our glue. Oh, this one's empty. So this one is covered, and then I was just looking for the cover. Oh, slow down. The cover was on the end here. Very, very sharp. That is a very sharp tool. Now, I want to put my words that I cut out on my Cricut, and I kind of stuck them here until I needed them, and I love the saying. So I'm just going to put it like not on yet. I'm just going to look around because my reasoning for that is, and I'm going to tell you what it says. I know you can't see it right now. It's one of my favorite verses in the Bible, and I thought how appropriate at Valentine's to make a craft that had this saying on it. And it doesn't have to say Happy Valentine anywhere on it. So the saying or the verse is, we love because he first loved us. And that's 1 John 4:19. And so I'm just going to try to find placement because this is my next thing. I have the heart from, oopsie, the wicker heart from the Dollar Tree, which I would probably brush over a little and make it pink toned. And that could go off to the side, and then this could come down. You know what I'm saying? Are you guys, can you see? Oh my goodness. First we didn't have the apron. Thanks for loving me through it, you guys. Just thanks for bearing with me and loving me through the craziness, which I really, really, really like. I think this is more of my vision. But then I also had this heart that I haven't even hauled yet. I just got it. And I got to go to the Dollar Tree after church yesterday because my daughter brought me to church, so I made her bring me to the Dollar Tree. All right, so I picked up, we already have one that I hauled that's just pure red, but I love the pink and white in this. So I could either put this in the middle and then put this like that. So let me see if I can show you guys, but I don't think I like it as much. But it is adorable. It really is adorable. I do like it. I do. I do like it. Or we can put this off to the side, and I can hear my cats up. All right, like this. And I'm gonna put something between the two, the wallpaper and the border there. But I do like the pink and the other, so it's hard. Oh my goodness. That's a tough one. I think I'm going to save this one for later. And what I'm going to do here is my original vision. So I'm going to start by cutting the tag off this. And actually, I think I'm going to cut off the knot and take this ribbon out. We might make a bow with it. We might not. But I am going to get ballet slipper from Waverly chalk paint and a sponge dauber if I have one. Yep. And I am just going to give this a little pink color to match my, oh boy, this is kind of dried up. It's not really dried up, it's that I haven't tipped them. Do you guys tip your paints? Like when they're all standing up, then, you know, like a month or two, you turn them all upside down. Yeah, I do that too. So I'm just going to give this wicker heart, which is adorable, just a little zhuzhin up. Just a little zhuzh. I like this zhuzhin. Yeah, I like it already. I'm going to go a little heavier on my outline of my heart. Just so that it's really going to stand out. And the sides. And really, that's it. That is all we are going to do. Now the paint's trying to ooze out all by itself there. But I think we're good. I think we are good. So now we'll let that dry for a minute, and we're going to come back over to our words, and we are going to take some antique Waverly wax, because that's how we do things here. I like things on the rustic side. You can skip this step if you don't like this part. Fast forward it. So I'm going to go around my corners with my sanding block, and I'm going to just do that off camera because I get the chills and I start making all kinds of funny faces. So I'll be right back. All right, so now before we do the Waverly wax, I'm also going to take, look at this is the, oh, I pretty much dumped them on the This is what you get when you get these little slivers. Can you see it? You probably can't see it. You get these little slivers of paper when you go around and you sand it. I like to go heavy on my corners, but now I'm going to go over the whole thing. I know you're like, oh my gosh, she's scratching it. But I like it that way. I don't want it to look brand new. I want it to look vintage. And so you don't have to do this, but that's what I'm doing. And if you want the same effect, then, you know, start small. Just give it a little sanding. If you don't like it, then the next project, don't do it. If you give it a little bit of sanding this project and you find you like it, then the next project you can go a little heavier on it. All right, that's about all I can handle because it gives me the chills. Let me know in the comments if you get the chills too. All right, so we are going to put Antique Waverly Wax. I know it sounds like Elmer Fudd when I say that. Antique Waverly Wax. But anyway, we're going to dab it onto a piece of paper towel. And then we're going to put some of Dollar Tree's heart lace. But listen, sitting in front of me is so many Dollar Tree ribbons that you could choose from. So you could even do raffia. I thought about doing raffia, but I just decided to go with this. So this is the heart lace. They come out with it every year, I believe. Whoops, don't get stuck to our words. And now I'm just going to give this a little of my antiquing, you know, just a little zhuzhin. And that's how I like it. So it goes in all those little cracks that I just sanded, gives it a little aged look. I like to go heavy on my edges because that's where, if it was aged, it would age first. Okay, so then come kind of in from my corners. And if you've been here any time with me, you know that we dab that paint. I only need a little in my cap. You dab that paint up into the bristles so that you have a little more control over your paint when you press down with your wrist. So, you know, a little bit of pressure on your wrist is a little bit of paint, and then so on. I'm not a teacher either. I'm just here to inspire you to get your crafting ideas on a budget from the Dollar Tree. Why not? Why not? They give us such a good variety. All we have to do is bring it home and put our imagination to the test. And the best part is we're not spending a lot of money on it if it's a fail. If it's a fail, no fail, because really there's no risk at all. I have to tell you something. I often say this. I'm going to stop saying this, but I often say this sometimes if I'm in a bad mood or something's got me down, and more often lately than not. So I am going to stop saying this because somebody straightened me out at church yesterday. They said, so what happened was, just a quick thing. I'm going to give this little Antique Waverly Wax my heart. And so what happened was my car's not working. My daughter's been nice enough to bring me to church, and you know, she doesn't normally go to my church, and which has been lovely. I've been enjoying it. You never know why God does the things he does, right? But we got out of church. She's loving church. Amen. And her car wouldn't start. Yeah. So I'm not going to go into any more of that, but her car wouldn't start. And so, you know, I know that's the devil. I know that already because, you know, he's going to do anything he can to stop her from... Anyway, now, I have, so all these men that are trying to help us poor women, because it's just me and my grandson who knows nothing about cars, and my daughter, and we're all dressed up, and you know, now we're under the hood and she's under the car, and they're coming to help us. And look at that, you guys, isn't that cool? I love that, really love that. I say, looking at one of the guys, I say to him, devil just trying to steal my joy. And I say that a lot. I say it a lot. And he looked back at me and said, the devil can't steal what he ain't gave you. The devil can't steal what he didn't give you. And I was like, at first I didn't get it. And then I got it. It's Jesus who gives me joy, not the devil. And so because he didn't give it to me, he can't take it away. So I always have it. It's always, always there. I don't need, he can try though. Oh boy, he can try, but he can't take it. That was the best thing I have heard in a long time, let me tell you. Sometimes you just have those aha awakening moments, you know, and I was like, at first I was like, what? I don't get it. And then I kept saying it to myself. And then let me show you, before I use my roller again, the Dollar Tree Cricut spatulas. You can use those, or I even have a cake one here I use. In fact, I'll use it right now. It's nice and wide. And so I also have Glad Press and Seal. That is my transfer tape, if you will, so that I can transfer. But I'm going to cut off a lot of this extra, because that's just going to be harder to work with. So let me cut off a lot of this extra, for, at least for now, for there, for that. All right, so, all right, now we're going to hope that this separates and stays on to our transfer tape, which is Glad Press and Seal. I just want to make that clear, because you don't have to, even if you want to put a sticker with words on to something like this paper, and then put Glad Press and Seal when you have it all lined up, all your words lined up, then you just stick the Glad Press and Seal on top. And I use a roller, but you could use, like I said, the credit card or a spatula or anything, anything. And now you have it all on your press and seal. So let's see. I know I still have to put my lace here. I want to put my words down first. So I'm trying to see where I'm going to do that. I'm going to put my words right here. Right here. Committing is my hardest part. Committing to where it's gonna go. It's sometimes the hardest part. Oh well. Alright, so I'm just rubbing it on with my fingertips, as you can see. And make sure we get the dots, the little periods, and then we just pull this off. And the thing about the Glad Press and Seal is the adhesive, oops, we just pulled up the one. The adhesive is very light, so it's easy. It doesn't rip your paper off, the backing, you know, or whatever's behind it. It doesn't take it off. It just leaves your sticker, and there you go. Now, I have a cat that really, really loves that stuff, so I have to make sure I put that away because I can reuse it. Can you see? I'm trying to not, there's a glare. I was hoping that that this would get rid of that glare mostly. All right, now we're going to put on our lace here. So let's just cut and measure from one side to the other. I don't like to ever cut in half of whatever the design is. You know what I mean? Like, I have to, silly stuff. All right, now get your glue guns out and be thankful and grateful they're hot. Because sometimes you get to this part and Jill's gun hasn't been plugged in, but it has been today, so we're grateful, happy, thankful. All right, here we go. We're just gonna take that beautiful heart lace or ribbon or anything of your choosing, and we're just gonna lay that down and pat it with something that you're not gonna burn your fingers with. And we're also gonna add some Antique Waverly wax too to this. All right, so now I'm just going to turn this around, and I have to cut a little bit of my lace, and I would use my knife, but I really need a new blade, so I'm just going to do this. All right. I probably could have picked a better pair of scissors, though. Is that going to hang off? There we go. All right. A little bit of paper still on there. So we have this so far. Now, if you don't want yours antique, to leave your lace the way it is. I already put the cover on, so let's just get a little bit more off the cover, and then I'm gonna try to make a little bow out of the ribbon that we took off of the wicker part, and I'm gonna just try. Whoops, that's too heavy. Wipe that off. Too heavy. That's gonna make our lace way too dirty. All right, so now we're just gonna come in lightly and cover our lace just a little bit in different places, just to tone it down. I'm gonna do a little bit more while I'm here, toning down the paper around it. Let me get a little bit more. But anyways, I could stay here all day doing this, you guys. So you do you. I might come back to this. All right, so really, basically though, now, yeah, that well enough alone. So basically now, everything kind of goes together. It's antique-ish looking. I hope you're really getting the look. I'm not really sure how to do it, that you don't get a glare, because that paper is amazing paper. Okay, so there's that. I'll give you a really good close-up. As soon as I can put a close-up in, you'll see it. All right, now, I really want to do a little ribbon. If I can't, then, you know what? My fingers have been... So, let's just try to do a little bunny ears ribbon. And this is the ribbon that we took out of the stem of this heart. It kind of came as a hanger. So we're just gonna pull it. We did it. Just gonna keep pulling it until it's small. And it keeps pulling out further. I just want it to be smaller. All right. Let me fudge with it a little bit more. Thank you guys for being here. Oh, I had it. I just had it. And then I blew it. All right, that is really what I'm going for right there. Now, let's cut the tails. They don't need, I think long is cute though. Little bow and a long tail. And we're just gonna put a little bit of glue right on the top. Glue our bow on. So see how we did that? We used the ribbon that came with it, but we zhuzhed it up. We zhuzhed it way up. We zhuzhed it way up. All right, look at white on this side and antique on this side with just pink showing through and antiqueness. Okay, now this is the dun dun dun. We have to place this here on our board, and I want it hanging off my board a little. Makes it more 3D, but I don't need to put blocks or anything under it to rise it. To rise it, is that right? Because, or raise it, because it already is 3-dimensional. So I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to stick as heat ton. I'm going to go, okay, before we do a heat ton, we need glue. We need glue in the glue gun. All right. All right, are we ready? Let's try this again. A heat ton of glue on the spots that it's going to touch. And really, we have to go quickly. Off, we're going off. We don't want our words to be affected, right? Our verse. So let me hold this. Happy holding the hook. While I'm holding this, I'm going to curl all of this press and seal that I have together in the tightest ball I can, because then I got to disguise it in paper towel or something, baby wipe, anything, because one of my kitties loves press and seal. I don't know why, but she will eat it, and when she eats it, then we have problems. So whenever I work with Glad Press and Seal, I have to disguise it and bury it in the trash. Okay, there we go. Look at this adorableness. Oh my gosh. I think that we could go on and on decorating it. Really, I'm just here to inspire you. Look at this. So cute. So cute. We love because he first loved us. All right, we're going to stick this through the holes here so we can put our hanger back. And you could put ribbon at this point. I'm just going to go with the jute hanger that came with it. And I'm going to, if I can find it, that is, here it is. I'm starting to leave the tag on them so that I can find it easier. Okay, whoopsie. Stuck to things here, hot glued to things. All right, cut off that. I think I want my holes on this side. So I'm going to come from the back, which is not the way I stuck my ice pick through. And then I'm going to do the same with this side. And then I'm going to put my knot on the front. But you can do it either way, but I'm just going to keep putting a little knot, like a double or triple knot, and that looks adorable too. It looks rustic, and I like that look. Maybe one more time for good luck. 3, whoops, I lost it. All right, so you get the drill, right? 3 little knots or 2 big knots or whatever you're using for jute. If you don't need 3 knots, don't take 3 knots. By the way, this is a great time to give me a thumbs up. Sharing is caring, so if you wouldn't mind, share this with your friends, family, and social media. And then if you hit that subscribe button down there, it's free to do so. It doesn't cost a thing. Then we can be friends, and you will hit that bell and let YouTube know you want to see all of my videos. You'll never miss another one. Look at that. How adorable is that? Again, trying not to get a glare. I hope you can see this well. I love it. I think it's very classy and vintage, but yet still, I don't know, just, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Love how it came out. And let me know in the comments if you're going to make one, and or if you have made one with this saying on it. Just love it. I think that's just going to be so pretty in my bedroom or in my bathroom. I just love it. So, all right, everybody, thanks for watching and coming along on this Monday with me. It's warming up finally. I went to the Kumquat Festival over the weekend, and that was fun, and I got to go to church. I'll put in some pictures of the Kumquat Festival at the end of this video. It happens every year. It's every year in Dade City. Anyways, you guys be good and do good until I see you for tomorrow, Tuesday tree haul. And you know what? I'm gonna haul this because I didn't haul it. I thought, oh well, I'll use it and not haul it. So if you see this again tomorrow, it's because I should have hauled it, so I will now. All right, love you to pieces, you guys. Love you to pieces. Be good, do good. Bye now.